Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Fariza Mardiansa. This video I want to present about reading using poster strategy. Okay, I have 6 ways for uh, this way. First, orientation. At the beginning of the academic term, students attended to digital poster training session. The first was done in class and lasted 30 minutes, during which the researcher presented the idea of digital poster, offered some example, and answered student questions. The second session lasted a whole hour and took place in the computer lab. Number 2, preparation. After the training session, participation in the experimental group self-organized into 4 teams, each consisting of 3 until 5 participants. 3. Production. After collecting the required multimedia content, students use the Google's Edu website to create digital posters that would reflect their understanding of the content they had read. They could use existing templates, image, and audiovisual media, or import the text, image, video, and links they previously prepared. 4. Presentation. After completing the digital poster based on the assigned topic, each other uploaded their poster to the online discussion group, which served as a digital poster gallery where students could view and comment on each other's work. 5. Evaluation. All participants were required to examine their college poster and post comment to the discussion board. 6. Reflection. Students were required to write their reflection on the approach as a whole. To organize the reflection, the researcher provided specific questions to prompt detailed analysis, including: what do you think about using digital poster for presenting your reading? B. What progress have you achieved in learning how to use them? C. What question do you have about how to use them? D. What were the challenges you confronted? E. What are the points of strength and weakness in your poster? And F. What the modification do you need to do your poster? Okay, thank you. This is enough for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey everyone, my name is Ahmad Zakiyuddin Yahya. In this moment, I want to presentation about the strategy to teach reading for young learners using word walls. And these are some games can use to implement the strategy. The first, hot seat. A student in the hot seat asks the other students question to try and figure out the secret word. Okay. And the second, OOPS. OOPS. Pass around a box filled with word wall cards, and each student draws a card, shows the class, and reads the word. If they read it correctly, they give it. And the last, vocab those. Split the class into teams, Say a synonym or antonyms of a word, word. Say a sentence missing the word, or provide the definition of a word. Students must guess the correct word. If correct, they get to make a basket using paper and the trash can to double their score. Yes, this is a happiness to doing together in the class. Okay. Thank you. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Febiana Ekawardani. You can call me Febi. I'm from class C. Here I will present about teaching reading for young learners using phonics method. Here I will explain about steps in implementing phonic method strategy. The phonic method is probably the best known and widely used method to teach reading and writing in the English language. This method generally emphasizes teaching children to match individual letters of the alphabet with their specific English pronunciation, with the idea that if children can sound out or decode new words, they will be able to read independently. First steps is phonics generally involves teaching children the sound-letter relationship used in reading and writing. A related types of knowledge, phonemic awareness, involves children understanding that speech is made up of individual sounds, including such things as the ability to tell if two words begin or end with the same sound, and the ability to focus on the form of speech apart from focusing on its meaning or content. Phonemic awareness is also important for literacy development and frequently taught with phonics. Second step is phonics is often taught in a rather mechanical way, with the children memorizing a lot of rules, doing a lot of repetition, and reading and writing sentences that have little personal meaning for the children. It can be very dry, boring, and demotivating if done in isolation, so it is probably preferable to incorporate 5 or 10 minutes of concentrated phonic work inside other activities such as story reading, class joint writing, song and rhythms, and others. Third step is phonics is introduced in a more child-centered way. It can be a wonderful tool for giving the children a confident, positive, and adventurous approach to reading. I get a reference from Journal of English Literacy Education, Volume 3, Number 1, May 2016. The title, the journal is Teaching Reading for Young Learners in EFL Context. The writer is Lingga Agustina Suganda from English Education Study Program, Sriwijaya University. And the last I say, thank you for your attention. I apologize if there are any mistakes in my explanation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila Nur Allah Atalia. I'm from English Department C. Next, now I would to continue the presentation. The next is strategy to teach reading to young learners. by using ESL stories. ESL stories use paper as the media. The characteristic of teaching ESL story are as following. Every group of 10 students, so there are 4 groups in the class. The game takes 20 minutes to play. Step in implementing the strategy. The first is divide the class into several groups. The second is each student gets a sentence that has been written on the paper. The third is after receiving a sentence, students read in sequence 1 or 2 times. Number 4. After that, they exchange the sentence and read sequentially again until finished. And this my search from YouTube. And thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Victory Rahiman Nagifari, and I will explain my teaching strategy. The name of my teaching strategy is Continue the Story. In this strategy, students are asked to read the story aloud one by one with random selection by the teacher. This strategy not only trains the students' reading skill but also trains the students' awareness and attentive, because they will ask to continue randomly, so they need to always pay attention to the other readers. And the steps in use continue the story strategy. The first is teacher share the printed story text or storybook to the students. The second, teacher choose one of the students to read the story for the first. And the third, the teacher stop the students while reading and choose randomly the older students to continue the story. And the fourth, repeat until the story ends and all the students already got a turn to read. And that's all my teaching strategy. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Puji. I'm from class C. So, in this video, I would like to share you about teaching reading using game of Monopoly. This is step in implementing the strategy. Number 1. Create a game board with 4 or 5 squares on each side. Prepare word cards with family of words that emerge from the child's reading, such as Nike, like, take, went, bend, send, like that. And then, number 2, color code each word family and each side of the game board. Number 3, roll this or use a spinner to move around the board. Wherever a player lands, he reads the word. Then, write it in the appropriate word family category on the score sheet. And then the last, number 4, extra points can be earned by dictating or writing sentence with the rhyming word. And this is the last reference. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tasha Cynthia. In here I will explain about teaching reading using choral reading. What is choral reading? Choral reading is a literacy technique that help students build fluency, confidence, and motivation in reading. Steps in implementing the strategy. Teachers looking for a short story or poem. Teachers should choose readings that are easy to relate to students. Look for something with a catchy headline that will work. Choose a poem or story that comes alive when read and in captivating words. Form a group in the class. Instruct each group to read aloud together. Do ultimately between groups. By using this strategy, students are able to directly grasp what is being sold and most likely practice their language fluency. Thank you for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.